Okay, we're trying something new right now. No intro this episode. No editing. This is an off the cuff recording and uploading today because I just have something that I want to do. I just decided this is different. I don't usually just have an idea and then immediately execute that idea. So we are trying something different today, guys. Um this morning I was really first I want to say happy Memorial Day because I'm recording it on Memorial Day, and if all goes as planned, this will be posted in like 30 minutes. So happy Memorial Day. And the reason I'm posting this now is because I've heard certain creators say, I think, even though I don't agree with everything he says, Gary V, I've heard him say, document, don't create. So I kind of wanted to at least see how this one goes. I was trying to do that as part of it, like on a monthly basis before, and I'm just doing it this episode, this recording, this episode, whatever you want to say this is, and put this out there. There's no notes here. This is raw. This morning, the reason I really wanted to this morning, it was because I was, honestly, I've been worried. To be honest, I'm worried about my coaching practice, my coaching, because I know I'm so early in it, and maybe I think part of me is worrying because I want things to happen now, and they aren't happening in as fast as I want them to happen. I know, like, I'm putting that out there because I believe that to be true, but I also get stuck. I get stuck in a mindset of I feel like I should be doing something, and then I don't know what to do. So then that next question is, what is the right thing to do? And I don't always know the answer to that. um, which is okay, and I'm like saying that to myself as well as to you guys. It's okay not to know what to do next. I think what's important in what I did today is to just do something. That might sound counterintuitive. But I think it's really important that, um, whenever I there's something we do I do as a coach, something, following the Maxwell, um, style of coaching, that whenever somebody says the thing, "I don't know," or, like, you ask them a question, like, "What could you do next?" And they say, "I don't know." You ask them the questions like, "What do you know?" Or, "If you did know the answer, what would it be?" And some people are like, "I don't know, that's why I'm asking." And I'm like and, I'm just like, then I shift to ask you a different question. But, like, I'm sitting here this morning in my room, and I'm like, "I don't know what to do next." And I caught myself. I was like, "Man, I don't know." So if I did know, what would the answer be? And the thing I didn't know about, just to be clear, is I didn't know how to get more clients. Um, and for those who don't know, I've been coaching a few people for free for 3 months, and that's been going awesome. I've been loving it, and it's getting toward those end of those 3 months, and I have it's like they're going to be there. Some of the or one person is bringing somebody in, but they're not able to even start until October because of their life situation right now, and it's a good reason. I'm not going to oust them, but as to what the reason is. But I'm I was like thinking, like, what could I be doing? And one of the things was, well, I could be reaching out to more people, like just word of mouth. I could be trying to do ads. That doesn't I don't know if that is the best use of my time right now. Maybe it is. I might be wrong on that. And I don't even want it to sound like that I think I am or am not wrong on that. I just honestly don't know. And I think now that I said that, I'm catching myself again. I was like, what do I know? I'm gonna have to answer that a little bit later. I was getting really excited. I was like, yeah, I could reach out to this person. I could reach out to this person. The point of the podcast is to raise awareness about what coaching is, who I am. And like you can decide whether you actually want to coach with me or not. and then sign up with the link in the link in the description. Hey, um, and man, this is. I'm gonna be honest with you. This episode's freeing for me. It feels really good to just not use notes all of us, but just for an episode. Even though I like using notes, I've been getting overwhelmed to an extent of feeling like um, the podcast takes up there's some prep time and there's prep time and other things to do, and then it makes me question whether that's the best thing I should be doing with my time. And that's another again, that's thinking just off my mind, off the top of my head, that's another question sometimes that that ask as coaches is, what is the best thing you can be doing right now? What is the best thing that you can be doing between this session and next session? And that puts your goals in a certain perspective. I realize thinking just even right now that the point of the podcast, I know there aren't a lot of listeners, there aren't a lot of downloads, but the point of the podcast is, like I said, to raise awareness, to provide with you guys with new tools, to successfully discover and pursue your calling or your God given calling. And honestly, I'm man with I've been getting honestly not as overwhelmed as I used to. I think I'm able to catch myself and pivot and have people I can talk to. Um, that like mentors and other people in that I've met through networking in the Maxwell community that I can reach out and ask questions to. That maybe the way I did that this weekend about a something that came up. Maybe I'll talk about it in the maybe near-ish future, with permission of the people that were involved. Um, it's life is a learning experience. It's Life is constantly changing, or at least I hope it is. Otherwise, it's pretty boring. Um, Life is constantly changing, constantly moving, and we have to grow with it. And there's some growing pains in that. An episode you're gonna hear tomorrow is, or the episode that's coming out tomorrow, depending on when you listen to this episode, is about leadership opportunity that I've been given at my job. I won't go too far into that, but that's been overwhelming to an extent. And a part of that's my fault. Part of that is because of just how I'm mentally handling it, and then figuring out how to reframe it so it's not actually and realizing it's not actually as overwhelming as it is. I know I'm tangenting a lot, so let me kind of get back on track. Again, there's no notes here. But life changes. Life keeps moving, and that's the fun part about it. Yeah, I think right now I have. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna stop it there. 9 minutes into the recording, I think that's a good place to pause. That's a good place to stop. Just really wanted to be real with you guys, just all of a sudden. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Pursuit of Calling podcast. Keep pursuing your calling. I'll see you later.